Breaking news. Luigi Mangione pleads not guilty in a New York court. And obviously, everyone's freaking the out. I just want to show you what the news media is saying. Here is New York Post. Now, as you guys know, New York Post is a dish rag. They write the worst articles of all time. That's their job. This is what they do. But also, in the process of writing the worst articles of all time, they sometimes end up writing really funny headlines. I'm going to read this out. Luigi Mangione oddly wears matching outfit with his lawyer in New York City court hearing to his sick fans' delight. It's sick. They were twinning. I don't know how that occurred. I don't know how that happened. By sick, they mean that we've had denied claims. Yes, that's what that means. Luigi Mangione, as you guys know, I'm going long on this. This is massive. This is huge. There's a lot of misinfo spreading on this as well. Luigi Mangione was seen wearing a $1,000 Maison Margiela sweater at the Manhattan Criminal Court in New York. First and foremost, what if he was wearing that? What? Is it illegal? Is it illegal to look good? Maison Margiela has incredible pieces. Some of them are really big misses. Some of them are hits. Who cares? Okay. Maybe he likes fashion. Now, of course, that's not the case. He wasn't wearing the Margiela burgundy washed lamb's wool sweater, which, by the way, isn't $1,000. As you can see, even on Essence, it is $751 because it's 26% off. So shut the fuck up. Fake news double time. Okay. And secondly, the information provided is false. Luigi isn't wearing a washed lamb's wool sweater from Bordeaux from Maison Margiela. As pointed out by journalists such as Antonio Padilla, he is wearing the washable merino crewneck sweater in Burgundy Royale from Nordstrom. But like, why are we pocket watching this man? I don't understand it. What is this? Like, this is not an argument. Bro got on the I'm a patsy fit. Okay, first of all, he looks good. I don't know why people are shitting on him. I like the sartorial choice. He looks like a nice, handsome, young lad. Okay? Which he is, because innocent until proven guilty means he's innocent. He hasn't been proven guilty yet. He did nothing wrong. You don't know he did that. He's innocent. He would never do that. I know Luigi. Free Luigi. He's not the type of guy. He wouldn't even hurt a fly. Okay?
How do you plead this indictment, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Damn! Damn! Look at the way he said that. That's right. If he was guilty, he would have said it. Also, why are there 4 cops behind him like this? Let me replay that. Let's replay that. Let's replay that. Case closed.
In the first degree and other related charges. How do you plead this indictment, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Yeah, no, he's not guilty. He said it right there. He said it right there. Not guilty. Also, what has happened? Is this normal? Am I, maybe I'm not aware of this, but like, is this normal? Like, I feel like they're going to put the Hannibal Lecter thing on his head. You know what I mean? Like every single time I see this motherfucker, he is surrounded by cops. Like he is a super villain, dude. Why are there 4 cops on him? Do they think that he's just like a John Wick style guy? Like, I don't understand. Like, actually, what do you think about his lawyers? With lawyers, with defense attorneys, the bigger the piece of shit they are, the better it is. And through transitive property, like, her husband is Diddy's lawyer. So automatically I assume that this is a family of like piece of shit defense attorneys. So I'm always on board. You know what I mean? For defense, you have to be a scumbag. Okay. And I think like considering that her husband is literally Diddy's lawyer, I would assume that they're, you know, I would assume that she's also a scumbag too. So that's a good thing. It's a benefit. Isn't the judge's husband a former Pfizer executive? Yeah. I have heard that the judge is presiding over the Luigi Mangione case is married to a former Pfizer executive. More about the judge here. It is a unique situation. In this case, the prosecutors might be bigger scumbags. Yeah, but Alvin Bragg is an incompetent scumbag, it seems. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But you really do want a defense attorney to be a piece of shit, like a real slime bag. You know what I mean?
Your Honor, we have a copy of the indictment, notice of immigration consequences, as well as rap sheet. I believe the court has it. We give the court an extra copy and one to counsel. Does the court wish that we be heard with respect to bail?
There's also some good points that Luigi's lawyer brought up as well, the defense attorney on this case, like in terms of extraneous circumstances, like the fucking mayor of New York using the perp walk as a political opportunity to basically and declare him a terrorist before the trial is over. Like, it's crazy.
The trial and the sentencing will take place here prior to anything that takes place in the federal system.
Prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he did the crime, and all the media has been doing is working to undermine that. Yeah, they're basically setting it up so that like everyone that's in that fucking jury already has a well-established bias, which will already happen. Okay, that bias is already baked in because he's Italian. You're supposed to be judged by a jury of your peers. Okay, and Luigi Mangione stands alone in American society, peerless. Who amongst us mere mortals could ever actually match up and be a peer?
In which it says that we're going to return the defendant to federal custody. So I think that would be step two. I do think that logically, as the party with primary jurisdiction, the custody should be here, but I asked the court, in light of the court signing the writ indicating that we would return him to federal custody, that be done at a later time.
I'm not gonna lie, even this many cops on a person who's like not a risk to literally anyone is already massaging public sentiment in general, because it's like you're making it seem as though he is this like devastating serial killer. I understand why you would have this many cops on, like, I don't know, like a incredibly violent serial killer or some shit, right? Like I get it. Sometimes you're worried that like especially if you have like a sociopathic bloodthirsty criminal or whatever, in an effort to make sure that they can be apprehended if they step out of line or if they do something crazy or whatever. But like, this is not the case. Like, you can't do that. And I feel like the defense is already heightening that juxtaposition, heightening that contradiction here by putting him in a nice little merino wool sweater with a shirt underneath it. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like a handsome young white boy. So you can't really do that. It would be much harder to play to the crowd and showcase that this is a bright-eyed young boy with his future ahead of him if there's like pre-existing biases, but you can't really do that for him. He's just a chill guy, you know?
Yes, Your Honor. We'd like to make a record, if that's okay with Your Honor. First, we'd request immediate expedited discovery in this case. The people have had this case for about almost 3 weeks, and that's more than enough time to gather as much information as they can give to us, especially now that we have two proceedings that we have to answer to, one of them being death eligible. So we are requesting that we get immediate discovery of the New York City Police Department and FBI and federal and state documents. And the second thing I want to make a record of, Your Honor, is I'm very concerned about my client's right to a fair trial in this case. He's being prejudiced by some statements that are being made by government officials. Like every other defendant, he is entitled to a presumption of innocence. But unfortunately, the way this has been handled so far, his rights are being violated. And as you know, Your Honor, there's a wealth of case law guaranteeing his right to a fair trial, but none of the safeguards have been put in place yet here. In fact, it's just the opposite of what's been happening. He's a young man, and he is being treated like a human ping pong ball between two warring jurisdictions here. These federal and state prosecutors are coordinating with one another, but at the expense of him. They have conflicting theories in their indictments, and they are literally treating him like he.
Cook them. I didn't miss it at all. She's right. They are massaging the public's opinion on her client. This dog and pony show cannot go on. Every goddamn American has a right to a fair and free trial in this fucking country. Okay? Let him go. Mistrial. I'm calling it. I am declaring it a mistrial right now. This is a kangaroo court.
He is like some sort of political fodder, like some sort of spectacle.
This is disgusting. The cop right above Luigi looks like Girthmaster. You are sick. You are sick of the mind.
He was on display for everyone to see in the biggest staged perp walk I've ever seen in my career. It was absolutely unnecessary. He's been cooperative with law enforcement. He had been in custody for over a week. He waived extradition. He was cooperative at all accounts. There was no reason for the NYPD and everybody to have these big assault rifles that, frankly, I had no idea was in their arsenal. personal. And to have all of the press there, the media there, it was like perfectly choreographed. And what was the New York City mayor doing at this press conference, Your Honor? That just made it utterly political. And as Your Honor knows,
what's ironic, of course, is that like the New York City mayor already guilty. Okay, the New York City mayor. I mean, actually, I don't know. Did his trial go through already? No, he didn't undergo. Wait, did he? Did his trial end up already? He has a federal investigation launched against him. He's still being. I think he's indicted. He was already indicted. Luigi Mangione hasn't even been indicted yet at that point. He hasn't even fucking pled not guilty. He's indicted, trial in April.
Circuit has held it to be clearly established that these staged perp walks to the media, unrelated to a legitimate law enforcement objective, is unconstitutional. And I submit there was zero law enforcement objective to do that sort of perp walk. There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. And frankly, Your Honor, the mayor should know more than anyone of the presumption of innocence that he too is afforded.
Call him. Call him out. Call him out. Call his criminal ass out.
Own issues, and frankly, I submit that he was just trying to detract from those issues by making a spectacle of Mr. Mangione, and there are consequences to this. He has a right to a fair trial, and I just want to put on the record statements that the mayor made publicly about my client. Nothing saying alleged, for example, and he said, I wanted to send a strong message with the police commissioner that we're leading from the front. I'm not going to just allow him to come into our city. I wanted to look him in the eye and state, you carried out this terrorist act in my city, in the city of New York that I love. And he wanted to show symbolism. Your Honor, he's not a symbol. He's somebody who is afforded the right to a fair trial. He's innocent until proven guilty. And the mayor was talking to jurors, future potential jurors that elected him. Those are the people that elected.
Yeah. Also, even the cops behind him are maintaining this charade. The notion that he is like a extra scary criminal. I'm willing to bet they're gonna fucking not even let him wear like casual clothes later down the line too, once he's like in prison. I don't know how it works behind the scenes in New York though. Like, I don't know if there are rules and restrictions and regulations around it, but I do think that Luigi Mangione's judge being married to a former healthcare executive kind of fucking creates some semblance of a conflict of interest. Like, obviously judges themselves can still be impartial in this circumstance, but the judge in the Luigi Mangione case is married to a former healthcare executive. Pretrial judge in the case involving the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson owns millions in stock, including pharma and healthcare. Magistrate Judge Catherine H. Parker, who's overseeing the pretrial hearings for Luigi Mangione, is married to a former Pfizer executive and holds hundreds of thousands of dollars in stock, including in healthcare companies and pharmaceutical companies, according to her 2023 financial disclosures.
That he is talking to and calling this man a terrorist. So, Your Honor, I just want to make a record of this and put everyone on notice that this has to stop, and my client is entitled to a fair trial and the presumption of innocence. And we're going to fight these charges, whether it's in the state or federal, to the fullest extent. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Well, as you know, I have very little control of what happens outside of this court. But I can guarantee you, as I guarantee every defendant who comes through these doors, that the defendant will receive a fair trial. And we will carefully select a jury if that time comes or when that time comes. But yes, we should expedite discovery.
Your Honor, the discovery in this case is voluminous, to say the least. I have never seen a case.
Oh, shut up, voluminous. Okay. Oh, we got a lot of evidence. Oh, volumes of evidence. No, you don't. Shut up, bozo. You don't got no evidence.
Case with such volume of evidence, aside from the issue of the quality of the evidence. I suggest to counsel, because we have a discovery portal, but given how much evidence there is against this defendant, it would be smarter if counsel could provide us with a 2 terabyte external drive rather than rely on the crashing of the portal. With respect to statement and identification notice, we will be giving that notice within the next 15 days. We're preparing an ADF. We'll do our best to expedite discovery, but I'll say that
What is happening? Bro, this motherfucker's mewing all the time, by the way. That's crazy. Look at this. Look at this man. Look at this man, dude. New York gays, you need to do better. Luigi Mangione had about 24 women in the court's public gallery today to support him. ABC News reports. Dude, that's so fucking funny. That is so awesome. The people really needed a champion in these trying times. You know what I mean? They really did. He's not mewing. He has severe back pain. He's clenching his jaw in pain. Why do people keep saying this? Okay, I like that people are being parasocial with Luigi Mangione. Like, dude, woke of the day. I don't even know if it's woke of the day. Follow up. What is this? They're still tallying the men. I do find this stuff funny because, like, obviously Pop Crave isn't posting this because like ABC News is posting this because they want to be like, oh, they only care about him because he's hot. Okay. Like they're trying to undermine why people find him to be why people find him to be personable. CBS reported the same. In addition to a long stream of journalists waiting for the suspect to appear, members of the public, almost all of them young women, were in court, some of whom told CBS, BBC's U.S. partner, that they were there to show their support. Yeah. They're trying to fucking angle this as like, oh, because he's like white and hot. That's the only reason why people care about this.